You know that feeling, right? You meet someone and there's this instant, almost unreal connection, like you've known them forever. We all want that, to feel seen, to find someone who just gets us. But today, we're gonna look at how that exact feeling, that very human need to connect, is being taken apart and turned into a weapon. We're pulling back the curtain on a really sophisticated playbook called trust mirroring, so let's get into exactly how it's done. And that's the paradox here, isn't it? In the world of high-level manipulation, the obvious threats are for amateurs. The real danger, the trap that actually works, doesn't come with alarm bells. It shows up looking just like you. It's designed to slide right past your critical thinking because it speaks directly to your heart, making you feel so safe that you drop your guard without even knowing you've done it. So what we're about to break down is a system where the very things that signal trust in the real world, shared stories, same values, that amazing feeling of being seen, are actually the tools being used to build a trap. And look, this isn't about people being gullible or foolish. This is about being human and having that core need for connection exploited with absolute precision. And let's be crystal clear, this isn't some small-time problem. This number, $1.3 billion, that's the reported annual cost of relationship-based fraud, and that's only the cases people are willing to report. The real number? Probably way, way higher. This money isn't being stolen by hacking computers. It's being given away willingly through carefully built fake relationships, one fake soulmate at a time. So here's the key thing to remember. Victims of these scams aren't failing some kind of intelligence test. It's not about being fooled. It's about being blinded by a perfect mirror of your own hopes and fears. The scammer builds a reflection so flawless, so validating, that you just fall in love with what you see. And when you're in that state, you can't see the person holding up the mirror. Your brain's alarm system gets shut off by that warm, fuzzy feeling of being understood. So, how does this actually work? Well, it's not random. It's not luck. It is a repeatable, step-by-step playbook that we can call the reflective persona system. Think of it like a security audit, but instead of targeting a computer network, it's targeting the human heart. We're going to walk through this playbook together, piece by piece, to see exactly how they do it. Okay, so the attack doesn't start with a hello. It starts way before that, with quiet, careful research. This first stage is called vulnerability mapping. The scammer basically becomes a digital detective, digging through your entire online life, your social media, your LinkedIn, comments you've left on blogs. They're not looking for your password, they're looking for your pain. They're trying to find what's called your high need state. Did you just lose someone? Are you feeling lonely? Do you have a weird hobby nobody else understands? Are you burning out at your job? All of those things become the raw materials, the actual blueprint for the fake soulmate they're about to build, just for you. All right, so this is the entire framework, a 5-stage assembly line for manufacturing trust and then, taking everything. It starts with creating a fake shared past and ends with a devastating exit. It's a very predictable, methodical process. So let's break down each stage one by one. Step 1 is all about creating instant, deep credibility. Armed with all that info from their research, the scammer reaches out. But they don't ask for anything, no, they offer something way more valuable, the feeling of being similar. They'll use the same words you use, love the same obscure things you love, complain about the same problems. If you're a single parent juggling work, guess what? So are they. If you're obsessed with old black and white movies, it's their one true passion. The whole thing starts with a disarming "me too." And at that moment, your brain gets a little hit of feel-good chemicals. They stop feeling like a stranger and start feeling like an old friend you just... Okay, now here's where the manipulation really deepens. Once they've established that you're the same, the scammer makes a calculated move. They share a fake secret, a made-up story about a past hardship or a deep vulnerability, one that probably sounds a lot like one of yours. This is the reciprocity hook. It's designed to tap into this powerful, almost automatic urge we all have to share back. When someone opens up to us, our social wiring just screams at us to match that intimacy. And that's it. That's the moment your emotional firewall gets breached. Not by force, but with a polite invitation you feel like you just can't refuse. With that deep emotional bond in place, the next strategic move is to isolate you. The scammer starts to build this little exclusive bubble around the two of you. They'll say things like, "It feels like no one else understands," or "It's really just you and me against the world, isn't it?" This creates an us versus them story. And the goal here is pretty sinister. It's to make your real-world support system, your family, your friends, seem like outsiders who just don't get it. So if a friend raises a red flag, the scammer will twist it into jealousy. They become the only person you can talk to, the only one who truly gets you. which makes you more and more dependent on them. And this is where the trap snaps shut. After weeks, maybe even months of this careful grooming, a problem suddenly appears out of nowhere. But it's never just any random problem. It's a crisis or an opportunity that is a perfect, tailor-made mirror of the deepest fears or hopes you've shared with them. Worried about money for the future? A can't-miss investment suddenly pops up for them and they want to let you in on it. Shared a dream about starting a little cafe? They suddenly need a business partner for, you guessed it, a cafe. The request for money is so brilliantly disguised as a team effort that it feels logical, even empowering. You don't feel like you're being scammed. You feel like you're a partner. And then comes stage 5. The extraction and the guilt trip fade. As soon as the money is sent, everything changes. The constant texts and calls, they slow to a trickle. They get distant, always have an excuse. And if you dare to ask what's going on, they expertly turn the tables on you, using all that intimacy you shared as a weapon. After everything we've talked about, how could you possibly doubt me? You're made to feel like you're the bad guy for questioning this kindred spirit. And then, they're gone. The exit is designed to be just as emotionally crushing as the financial loss, leaving you not just broke, but drowning in self-blame, completely questioning your own judgment.
So we've seen the how, the 5-step playbook. Now let's get into the why. Why is this so incredibly effective even on smart, savvy people? Well, the answer isn't about weakness. It's about the scammer's expert ability to exploit the built-in shortcuts and biases that we all have in our brains. Psychologists talk about 2 ways our brains work. System 1 is our fast, emotional, gut reaction brain. It's our autopilot. System 2 is our slow, analytical, detective brain. It's the one that checks the facts and thinks things through, but it takes real effort to use. The entire goal of trust mirroring is to create an experience so emotionally wonderful that you stay locked in System 1. The scammer's job is to make switching on your analytical brain feel like you're betraying your soulmate. The main psychological button the scammer pushes is called in-group bias. This is something really deep and ancient in us, a survival instinct. We are hardwired to trust people we see as part of our tribe, way more than we trust outsiders. So by mirroring your life, your values, your problems, the scammer is performing a brilliant trick. They're convincing that ancient tribal part of your brain that they are one of us, which grants them a level of instant, unearned trust that a normal person would have to work years to build. And here are the specific ways they do it. First, the halo effect. Because they seem so similar to you, which feels great, your brain just assumes all their other traits must be great too, like honesty. Second, that deep connection releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. Research shows this can literally quiet down the part of your brain that detects lies. It also creates cognitive ease. I mean, it's just mentally easier to agree with someone who agrees with everything you say. And finally, your own confirmation bias kicks in. You want the connection to be real so badly that your brain starts to actively ignore or explain away any red flags. Okay, understanding the system is the biggest first step. Now, let's talk defense. How do you protect yourself without becoming a cynic who trusts no one? Well, it's not about building walls, it's about being strategic. It's about having a defensive playbook so you can break the mirror and see who's really standing there. So the key question is this. When you're caught in that warm, wonderful glow of connection, how do you intentionally force yourself to take a step back? How do you create just enough emotional distance to let your analytical brain, your System 2, wake up and see the pattern for what it is? A script, not a soulmate. Here are 4 practical things you can do. First, recognize the echo. Come on, if a stranger online is a perfect one-for-one match for your entire life, that's not a miracle, it's a script. Second, do a vulnerability reality check. Real trust is earned slowly. Someone dumping a ton of intense vulnerability on you right away is a tactic, not a connection. It's a huge red flag. Third, a reverse image audit. Use Google Images to check their profile picture. Scammers love to use stolen photos of normal, friendly-looking people. And finally, the platform shift rule. Be really suspicious if they immediately want to move to an encrypted app like WhatsApp. They're trying to get you away from the platform's fraud detection team. And if you ever get into a situation where money comes up, this sentence is your most powerful tool. It's a simple test. You just say, I have a firm policy of keeping my personal relationships and my finances separate. If this is real, you'll respect that. A legitimate person who actually cares about you will understand. A scammer? Well, their entire script just broke. They'll get angry or defensive or maybe just disappear. Their reaction to that one boundary tells you everything. So, after going through the system, the psychology, and the defense, this whole thing really boils down to one single core idea. one unbreakable rule that can act as a shield in any new online interaction. And this is it. Just let that sink in for a second. Similarity is not integrity. Just because someone shares your pain or your hobbies or your worldview does not mean they share your moral code. In our world today, similarity is the easiest thing in the world to fake. Integrity, though, that can only be proven by consistent actions over a long period of time. That feeling of relatability is a wonderful thing, but it is not a substitute for verified trust.
Let this be the mindset you take with you. It's not about being cynical, it's about being wise. It's totally okay to be open and connect with the person you're talking to, but you have to separate that feeling from the objective need to verify who they are. Value the person, but always, always verify the source.
And that brings us to the final and most powerful takeaway. The trust mirroring scam works by turning your own reflection into a weapon against you. The single best defense you have is to burn this idea into your brain. My reflection is not a reason to trust. It's a reason to be careful. It's a reason to wake up your analytical mind and to verify. Because a real, lasting connection isn't built on a perfect mirror. It's built on integrity.